Hi. If you're new here, I'm Roonzie. I'm an artist. This is actually my second channel. I created this channel just to talk about things that I'm interested in, fun things that I'm passionate about. If you're interested in topics like anime, manga, danmei, 小说, or maybe in the future drama, stuff like that, if you're interested in all of these nerdy things, feel free to subscribe and hit like. It really does help me out a lot. Now, after I finished doing this makeup, I was like, I don't want to put this whole setup to waste. Why not just hop on to record a video, because I have some stuff that I really want to talk about. Since I don't have any friends who read danmei, I am just going to talk to myself. I know I look so foolish and cringy right now, but I am so excited to be discussing about 二哈和他的白猫师尊. Please keep in mind though, nothing is in order in this video. I'm just going to speak spontaneously. I even have my osmanthus tea here, Chu Wanning's favorite. Here are my 二哈和他的白猫师尊 小说. If you haven't watched my first video, go watch it first. These two books are actually unofficially printed. It's not really nice to be supporting books like that, but if you want to get the official one, they are pretty much revised, at least for the Chinese version. The English version definitely has all the explicit scenes in it. It has car in it, but I don't really want to read it in English yet. I want to read the Chinese version first, and I don't like reading things on the screen, so I got the book instead. Today, I want to talk about this character where I really like at the moment. I haven't finished reading 二哈他的白猫师尊, to be honest, but there's this character. I mean, it's actually two characters that I'm really intrigued about in 二哈. If you haven't read the novel, heavy spoilers. I want to discuss about Ye Wang Xi and Nan Gong Si. Oh my god, these two characters, I really like them, especially Ye Wang Xi. I cried so much while I was reading her story. She's sort of like a Mulan kind of character. To be honest, I never expected that reveal. I don't actually know that. If you haven't read, click out of this video because I'm gonna drop a major spoiler. Ye Wang Xi is actually a girl. I did not see that coming at all, to be honest, especially the part where Nan Gong Si is getting married to, what's her name again? Song Qiutong. This girl. To be honest, I really thought that Ye Wang Xi is gay. I know that she's in love with Nan Gong Si based on the way Ro Bao described, the way she looks at him, the way she talks to him, the way she cares about him. She's like always secretly there to protect him, always there watching him. So I thought that he's gay. And also there's this part where Chu Wanning went to this black market, with Moran, and they were staying temporarily at this Kezan because Chu Wanning wasn't feeling well. He told Moran that it's okay for Ye Wang Xi to be staying in their room, and Moran was like, but he is, and ... So I kind of thought that he is gay, I thought that that's what Moran wants to say, but apparently he is a girl. I did not see that coming at all. I was so shattered when I found out that she's actually a girl. In the beginning, Ro Bao described her as this really beautiful and handsome man. He is a gentleman. He's a beautiful gentleman. When I got to the point where Moran reveals that he's actually a woman, oh my god, my eyes were sweating. It was so devastating. If I'm not mistaken, women in Rufengmen don't actually hold position of power. I don't think it's just in Rufengmen. I think in the world in general, like people tend to discriminate women, but we're talking about 二哈 here. So she has to sacrifice her identity as a woman. She has to give up, she even have to take like all these magic pills to suppress, I guess, her puberty, and she developed this masculine figure as she grow up. She destroys her own voice box. There's this spell, I think it's known as 幻音术. You can change your voice, but if you use it long term, you're going to lose your original voice. So she stabs her own throat and destroys her own voice just so that she can serve beside Nan Gong Si on behalf of Nan Gong which is Nan Gong Si's father's request, because she feels like she's in debt to Nan Gong Xu, but she doesn't know that her yifu or her godfather is actually Nan Gong Xu, which is Nan Gong Liu's brother. Okay, it's getting complicated here. Her godfather uses a fake skin, a fake appearance, and a fake name, Xu Shuangling, and he is actually plotting a revenge on Nan Gong which is his brother who betrayed him. So she feels like she owes Xu Shuangling and she has to pay back in a way. And also she wants to stay beside Nan Gong Si, the guy that she likes. She doesn't really have a choice. She's meant to do all of these sacrificial things because of two selfish grown men, Nan Gong Si and Nan Gong Liu. She has to give up her femininity at such a young age. She couldn't even appear as weak. She don't even allow herself to cry. The only time that Nan Gong Si saw her crying was when she was in this made-up world where they were practicing to defeat Ghost, and Nan Gong Si was so annoyed with her because he was like, oh my god, you girls are so useless, you know, stay behind me, I'm gonna protect you. And she was crying because she was afraid of Ghost. Obviously she's a little girl, you know. And as time goes on, she became this really tough, like Mulan-like girl, like a warrior. She became a man, basically, like a really tough, stoic gentleman. She literally forgot that she was a girl, and even Nan Gong Si treated her like a man after a long time. The next time that Nan Gong Si saw her crying was because of him. Finally, she broke down, you know, all her emotions pour out when Nan Gong Si was terribly injured. Like, he lost his car, his linghe. If you read a lot of cultivation novels, you probably know that once you lost your car, you won't be able to cultivate anymore. You won't be able to cast magic or use your, you know, superhuman powers ever again. So it's really sad. That part, I literally bawled my eyes out. I was like, I did not expect myself to be liking these two characters so much, because in the beginning, Nan Gong Si seems like a very arrogant, you know, cocky, a little bit unlikable. Ye Wang Xi is this really stoic character where he kind of feels like Chuaning in a way. I feel like these two characters are sort of like a parallel for Chuaning and Moran, but in a different way. I'm not sure how the story is going to tie together in the end. I haven't reached to the end. I'm kind of glad that Nan Gong Si is not this really dumb guy who just falls in love with beautiful girls, because the moment he found out that Song Qiutong was actually lying, he found out that his soon-to-be wife is actually a really cunning person. Yeah, even in the past life, she was Moran's wife, the queen. So Nan Gong Si found out that Song Qiutong was lying. All hell break loose. Literally, this guy was literally ripping and hell door was opening. So his marriage literally went down the drain. As time goes on, you can definitely tell that Nan Gong Si wants to amend things with Ye Wang Xi. It kind of feels like he's trying to rebuild the friendship. I'm not sure if he has any feelings for her, but I can tell that he definitely is trying to build the bridge, because he treated her really badly in the past. If you read the beginning, the way he spoke to her is just like, bro, are you okay? Like, Ye Wang Xi was just trying to watch your back. You don't have to be so rude to her. But the way he spoke to her, as if she was like the most annoying person ever, he suspected Ye Wang Xi wanted to take over his role. He's just really jealous and really petty. After Moran reveals that Ye Wang Xi is a girl, you can literally see how everyone treats Ye Wang Xi differently. In the past, during ancient times, gender roles were a thing, okay? It was like a very, very relevant, prevalent, solid thing. So women behave a certain way and have a certain roles. Just imagine your entire childhood towards your 20s, you are being trained like a man. She just acts the way she acts. But everyone literally told her to shut up because she's a woman. You don't have a place here like 闭嘴, you know, like call her 丫头 or stuff like that, which is so insulting, because she was being so highly respected when she was a man, and the moment her true gender is revealed, most of the people, like especially the elders, they just disrespect her completely. But yeah, the way they treated her is just, ooh, I don't like it. She went through so much. I really, really hope she get the love that she deserves. I feel like Roubao always has this side straight couple that makes you cry. Even in Yu, this guy who became a sword spirit, and the girl who were being sacrificed to the Bright Mountain. I forgot their names because it had been a while since I read Yu. I haven't finished it. I'm gonna continue reading it after I finish二哈和他的白猫师尊. Oh, also, I remember there's this part that's really, really funny. For some reason, Taobao and Jack Ma appeared in Erha. Like, what? I was reading through this angsty arc, you know, where they were trying to get to this place. I think it was Jiaoshan, if I'm not mistaken. And they have to go there manually. They cannot ride their swords, so they have to prepare like 3,000 horses because there were a lot of them. And Jack Ma appeared to be one of the side characters in the plot itself. I thought he's just gonna appear like in the beginning, but I did not know he's going to accompany them to the whole mission, you know. So it was really, really funny, especially if you can read Mandarin. I don't know how they actually translate it, because the words that Roubao used is literally a different word with the exact same pronunciation. And she also explained that because Ma Yun runs a business where he delivers goods to his customers, you know, it's sort of like a trade. Basically, it's Taobao. I'm going to insert the translation here. Because of the nature of his business, he has this nickname, 接客Ma, which is Jack Ma. I was like, what is he doing here? I thought I'm supposed to be in an angsty arc. And also the cat icon. If you use Taobao, you probably know that, you know, the cat is actually a symbol, the icon for Taobao. At least there's good comedy among all of this angsty plot. I'm literally babbling right here because reading二哈和他的白猫师尊 is just so fun. I feel like Roubao definitely does a good job, because sometimes it can be super angsty. I mean, most of the time it's really angsty, but it's just so worth the wait, because when the fluff arrives, it's like, oh my god. I had never felt so many butterflies in my stomach, you know, never in my entire life, you know, not even when I had crushes that liked me back when I was in school. Like, no, nothing compares to the feeling when I read Tuaning and Moran discovering their feelings for each other. That part is just, oh my god. That entire arc, you know, when Moran found out that his Shizun has feelings for him, and they were, you know, on a sword, riding a sword in the sky, and everything from that point on, I was like, you know, even the spicy scenes, Moran 2.0, he and Tuaning was like, you know, having their good time. Oh, it's so spicy, seriously. Those are worth reading too, but the fluffy part is like, oh my god, I feel like I'm ascending to heaven. It's just so cute. Like, I have so many butterflies in my stomach, especially, you know, when Tuaning was nervous around Moran. He is just so adorable. Like, the way he looks at himself in the mirror and criticizes himself. Like, no, 师尊,不要这样. I think in the next video we can talk about Tuaning. We can gush about Tuaning. But in this video, I just mainly want to talk about Ye Wang Xi and Nan Gong Si. I just started reading Erha less than a month ago. I'm already at chapter 217, so I'm definitely a very fast reader. I try to slow down. I'm not ready to get to the end. I'm definitely going to read the English version, and in the future, I want to read the revised version as well, because the plot is super rich. If you take out the romantic aspect of it, I think it will still make sense, but obviously we want, you know, our lovely gay couple. But my plans after reading the Chinese version, I am definitely going to read Yu Wu first, because I have Yu Wu on my shelf. The English one, I already read halfway through the third book from Seven Seas, and after that, man, I'm really making a lot of crazy plans right here. But as I mentioned, I'm a very fast reader. I am going to read my 将进酒 novel. If you haven't watched my unboxing video on my main channel, go and watch it, because this entire collection is just so beautiful. This is the Taiwanese version with car in it. The packaging and everything is just so beautiful. Like, look at this. It comes with a ton of merch. I have an unboxing video. I will link it somewhere up here. So after reading Yu, I will be reading 将进酒. Look at how gorgeous it looks. Sort of like a satin finishing. Yeah, it's just so beautiful. But it doesn't have any tattoo in it. Like, no pictures in it. It's all text, and it's in Fanti, which is like traditional Chinese words, because it's a Taiwanese version. So I can read both Jianti and Fanti. I just need to spin my brain a little when I'm reading Fanti. But I think I need a little bit buffer time after I finish 二哈和他的白猫师尊, because I love it so much. Like, I feel like it's gonna leave a very big dent in my heart after finishing it. It had been a while since I read such a good story. I think the last story that I enjoyed reading was exhalation from Ted Chiang. It's a very philosophical kind of sci-fi, so I really love it. It's not really a novel, it's like a collection of short stories. That is like one of the best book that I had read in a while. To be honest, I typically read a lot of sci-fis like Philip K. Dick, William Gibson, but currently my to-read lists are all 耽美小说. I want to read 千秋too because I listen to the audio drama. Like, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, but I listen to the audio drama for like more than 5 times, and certain episodes I listen to it like countless times. 夏磊老师 and Wu Lei 老师's voices really complement each other. They play Shen Qiao and Yan Wushi really well. So I love that audio drama so much. I definitely have to read the 小说. And I also watched the 动画 like twice. Love it so much. So yeah, my to-read list is definitely all 耽美. You know, sometimes when I look at people around me getting married, having boyfriends, settling down, and I'm here like reading 耽美, doing all of these really weird things. It's no wonder, you know, that I'm single, but it had been a while since I felt this happy, to be honest. If you don't know, go check my first channel. I do talk a lot about mental health related things there, but recently I just feel really content with my life, and I can definitely appreciate the little things in my life, including all of this beautiful art. All of these small things, you know, they definitely feed my soul. So I think as long as we are taking care of ourselves and enjoying whatever we want, that's the best way to live. So yeah, that's it from me for today. I really hope that you don't find me annoying, but if you do, like you watch till the end, so I assume that you enjoy it. I really have fun talking about my favorite novel. So let me know if you want to talk about Chu Wanning in the next video, but even if you don't, I'm going to do it anyway because Chu Wanning is my favorite fictional character. Like, I really want to gush about him in my next video. So yeah, I will continue reading Erha and I will come back and talk about more. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye!